you've received an invitation from the Xanathar's Guild that at some point Noxa Urgray would bring you forth to the Xanathar's personal fighting pits. Considering your victorious bouts beforehand. When he finally arrived at Prestige Worldwide, you've decided to follow him underground and headed through a bit of an experience to get here. So you went through the sewers, which then descended quite deep into the earth under Waterdeep, heading down a ladder and then down through a bit of a narrow section of a tunnel that led to a spiral staircase into what is ostensibly a dungeon. The first room you went through had eyes all over it. The second pillars themselves had eyes, as well as a bit of a mosaic. And then you were led through a tunnel corridor into the fighting pit. Here, three of you decided to take on the two different groups of combatants. One being a minotaur, an ogre, and an auroch. The other being a gouth, both of which you successfully defeated. So the Gouth lays on the ground between Victor and Volknar at this time. Aerith has landed. Harold, you have jumped into the fighting pit as well. And as all of this was occurring, a great booming laugh out from behind nothing in the southeast corridor emanated, and then eventually appeared the Xanathar. Beside him, floating a large, effectively what is a koi fish in a really large fishbowl. And so he's floating in midair. He's a beholder. Next to him is floating this koi fish, and he's laughing at you. And you can hear laughter from the koi fish as well. And it's effectively the laughter is similar to if you guys know this, Salacious Crumb. If that rings any bells, it'd be the like Jabba the Hutt's little guy. So he's laughing. The fish itself is laughing. You can see the bubbles and hear this thing laughing at you as well. And the Xanathar goes, "Very good, very good." And so before we jump into the scene, does anybody have any questions about anything or things they want to cover, things that happened last time?
No, I
think
think
good.
we won a lot of money.
Yeah, did we go over that? Like how much we made? Forget.
I think we did it.
I think we did.
Yes, I believe so.
Okay.
I believe it was.
Yeah, we did. I got my money, Mom.
Let me check my pockets. I didn't even look.
I think
Alright,
a bunch of you won like 150 gold.
Yeah, I have 378 gold on me, so
Yeah, we did. And what else? Yeah, I got my javelin from the Miss Q.
the koi fish,
Miss Pam.
does it appear to be like a living thing, or can we tell if it's magic?
It's definitely alive. So far as you can tell, it just looks like a big old koi fish in a big old fishbowl. You might not be able to tell if it's magic without detect magic, but considering the bowl itself is floating next to the Xanathar, there is magic at play here on some level.
Yeah. Fair enough.
The Xanathar looks you all up and down and says, "Excellent, excellent. I would expect none the less from the lot who now hold the Stone of Galore, otherwise known as Never Ember's Enigma." And you can see his large single eye bearing down upon you all individually, one by one, looking through you. Can I just get? Does anyone want to do anything? Say anything?
You know that. No.
No, I guess not.
Yeah.
And he says, "Well, shy now, are we?" And he begins to sort of like float down off the it's it's like a raised area. And behind him, Nihilor, his mind flayer companion, strokes what would appear to be a brain with legs as he walks towards the lot of you. The goldfish bowl shifts unsettlingly behind him, sort of like lurches and like maybe a little bit of water slops over the side, and it actually follows him. I'll actually toss that down as well, just so there's something there for that. And he gets a little closer and he's looking at you all, and you can see that the bandits and the bugbears all around you are silent. Noxa has closed the gate behind him. So this is like actually closed off and locked at this point in time. And he's sort of standing there, arms folded, looking at the lot of you. Not smirking, but giving you the up down. The Xanathar continues forward ever so slightly and stops and says, "Well, can I have it?"
Alistair jumps down, rolls into the arena, and then sort of creeps up behind Terry.
Uh,
I'd fly down with him, try to take some of the attention away from Alistair with my big ducky wings. And come stand next to Victor.
Gotcha.
I also I'm gonna send a message cantrip over to Alistair. And maybe like, prepare yourself to grab the stone. Get out of here.
Alistair just nods.
Okay. Let me check one thing. Does the message cantrip require verbal components?
Yeah, he whispers.
It does. Verbal, somatic, and material, it says.
Okay. And do you attempt to hide this while you do it, or do you just do it in the open?
I want to like look like I'm trying to hide it, but I want him to notice me doing it.
Interesting. Roll a deception check.
Ooh, 25.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah. Let me just check one thing.
what is V and S?
Visual, somatic, material. What's required for your spells?
Uh,
And so, yeah. So you cast the spell. It emanates in whose mind did you cast it towards?
Me.
Alistair.
Okay. And he looks at you and he says, "Cat got your tongue, lot of you." And you can hear once again the fish laughing at you. It seems to find whatever Xanathar says to be funny. And as this happens, you realize that the bugbears and the bandits also give like a chorus of laughter. Though anybody with over a 12 for passive insight, you realize that the laughter is very forced in certain ways.
I'd want to use my noble upbringing to give a nice, elaborate bow, and then respond, be like, "My apologies, great one. I just trying to do my best to remind some of our more violent-prone members that you are much, much stronger than us, and not to do anything hasty."
Okay, roll a persuasion check.
12.
Alistair bows and is like, "Greetings. What do we call you?"
And the Xanathar goes, "I am the most gracious Lord Xanathar, and you are right. I am more powerful. You should be fearing me." And again, the fish gives laughter. The chorus of bandits and bugbears sort of jump in. Nihilor is walking around the room this way at this point. And he says, "But back to my original question. Will you give me the Stone of Galore? I saw through my gazes as you dealt with, shall we say, the Grelhuns.
What's the stone to you?
To me, well, I assume the same to you. A tool to find Neverember's damned treasure.
Alright. What do you intend to do with it?
Oh, I will do nothing with it. Besides find the treasure, of course. And he looks at Noxa and his Mind Flayer companion, Nihilor, and he says, they'll probably be the ones to deal with the stone itself. But will you give it to me, or do I need to take it?
Do you remember us?
I do.
Do you remember seeing us that day? Why'd you break the mirror? Or the
I
portal?
did not know if you were about to enter my private sanctum. Frankly, I would much rather invite you in when I am prepared for it, and when I have weakened you already, rather than be invaded by somebody I know not.
Alistair sort of like looks around the arena. He's like this.
Exactly like this. And you can see his eye stalks sort of like wave as he says this to indicate that this was effectively what he wanted.
Harry would ask if he has one of the stones.
Oh, you mean the eyes?
Yeah, one of the
Po-
eyes.
Possibly. I know that there are others who have obtained the eyes, the Zentarum being one of them.
We really should have left the stone back of the hideout.
Well,
You say
boys.
that to
Well,
anyone?
I think we should sidebar.
Yeah.
Group huddle.
Great Lord, would you permit us a moment to speak amongst ourselves and kind of discuss as a group?
As you wish, though you're not going far, I shall say that.
All right.
Uh,
Huddle up.
Harry
boys, huddle
gets in the Harry gets in the middle of the huddle and
Alistair
casts.
points over at Noxa and gives him the stink eye and like gives him the he beckons him over.
Gotcha.
Harry casts prestidigitation
Okay.
to create a non-magical trinket that fits in my hand and lasts until the end of my turn. And I'm gonna make an exact replica of the Stone of Galore.
Okay. So for prestidigitation. Prestidigitation. Let me just check one thing. So you create a non-magical trinket. Okay.
Yeah.
I think that fits with the description of the spell. Can I just get a I want to basically see how accurately you can make it so from your memory. So can you just give me an intelligence roll for this, please?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
A 6.
Not very good.
we get our missing member is running late, so it'll be by around 7:30.
No worries. And Harold, you and do you do this because it's going to take verbal and somatic components. You can whisper the words, but what are you going to do for your hand movements to hide
Well,
this?
Harry's like, I'm imagining like we got in our group huddle, and I'm like, Harry's in the middle and just kind of like doing it like very discreetly in the middle, like it within his
Okay.
robes or something, you know?
Can you
Before
can you give a sleight of hand check with advantage
Yeah,
then?
maybe his back to the guy.
Sure.
and before we start, Alistair is like immediately gonna like run up and like grab Noxa and just be like, "What the fuck is this? Are you with him? Did you plan this?"
Always have been with him.
And I also wanted to hand the real Stone of Galore to Alistair
Well, and Alistair will just
within this huddle.
when
Okay.
Noxa says that, Alistair just says, "All right, then fuck off," and kind of like pushes him away.
Okay. Um,
Oh.
And Nox is like laughing at you as this happens. You got sleight of hand at advantage, Harold, for
Oh,
the
fantastic.
Oh, thank God.
What are you trying to do with your sleight of hand, bud?
Well, two things. I wanted to make the replica, and then second, I wanted to hand you the real one.
Okay, so the sleight of hand check at advantage was specifically for your spell as you got into the middle
Yeah.
of the group.
So
You can
that's a
also
10, I
roll,
guess.
yeah. So you can also roll sleight of hand for handing the real one to Alistair, please.
Is that one with advantage?
Yes, yeah.
That one will be a 16.
Okay. Okay. And so as this is happening, and as Noxa is like being pushed away, you can see the Xanathar yell suddenly, "No funny business. With this many eyes, I can see exactly what's happening." And he looks directly at you, Alistair. And Harold, you've slipped it into like a pocket or something, I assume.
Yeah.
And he looks at you, Alistair, and the Xanathar says, "Hand over the stone."
Uh,
Alistair pulls it out of his pocket. And he's like,
Okay.
"This," and
Damn right.
then smiles and he just kind of like a magic trick, like puts one hand in front of it and then like opens his other hand and it's gone, and he smiles again. He's like,
Like,
"Let's see you get it off me."
okay. Is that
Oh no.
Is that the end of our huddle? I was
Yep.
gonna say that Zeusnu could try to counter proposal, use some of that charisma magic to offer our services, and if if he took it from us, then we wouldn't like him anymore, and we wouldn't do jobs for him because we've obviously able to handle ourselves. We can.
Alistair
We
doesn't
can.
want to give up the stone.
Well, don't give him the stone. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Just do what you're gonna
Yeah,
do.
maybe we say we'll work for him. You get the rest of them. We'll hold on to this in good faith.
Shoot your shot. Alistair just told to take it from him by force.
okay?
Sure
Who
did.
wants to try to persuade the Xanathar of something?
All right, I'll Zeusinu would step up,
Okay.
bow again. Great Lord Xanathar. I've perhaps another proposal that might work for all parties involved. Perhaps you've seen what our group here is capable of. Both in the arena and our dealings about town. We have no love for the Castle Lanterns. I don't see any reason we can't be persuaded to work with you instead. Maybe we hold on to the stone just to as a guarantee of our own safety, and we work on getting the two remaining keys for you.
Okay, go ahead and roll that persuasion check. Let's see what comes of this.
Oof, only a 10.
Okay. He sort of laughs and he says, "No, no, no. I think that one," and he points sort of at Alistair with one of his eye stalks, "has made it quite clear where the lot of you stand. And frankly, you've given me quite a bit of information. It's good to know that you're working for the Castellanters. I do wonder how you became involved in this great game. And nonetheless," I think sort of looks around the room, "I suspect that my men can take you.
Harry
Get 'em,
laughs.
boys."
Harry casts mage armor.
Okay. And so let's jump into another bit of combat here. I guess.
Nice.
Oh, I don't think we can
Okay.
handle this.
Oh, this is easy. Easy
This
dub.
is easy, he said.
If this the Holder guy fights us though, we may be fucked.
Yeah, we just got to keep him out of it. Him and the mind flayer.
Who?
I think we gotta prioritize getting the F out
This
of Dodge.
this man can really fuck us.
Oh, is he like a fighter or is he like an assistant?
Oh no
guy?
no 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 no. He is.
He's like everyone with his weird, creepy squid head.
If you die to him, I think the DM might be able to control a character and fight
That's
us with him.
that's exactly right. Alright,
All
how
these
many
other
of
guys are dead though, right? So
Uh,
who are his men? I guess.
they're
Yeah, my
all his
question.
men.
Yep.
Like the spectator people?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm not worried about them. One guy's bleeding out already up there.
How much health do you guys have after that fight? Because it looks like Volknar's pretty banged up. Besides that, you guys seem alright, more or less.
I'm a little hurt, but I'm okay.
Alright, so
We're
I
s-
can roll. I can auto a roll into your initiatives if you guys would like. Anyway.
I rolled a nat 20 on mine.
Oh, okay. Well then I'll just take
I got
that.
9. I like my number.
Victor, you had a 27.
I only have one spell slot left, so I'm gonna have to make it count.
Mm-hmm.
Alistair. Oh, you've not rolled. So Harry, you got a 7.
Oh, yeah. Let me give that.
Uh,
Click the button.
I rolled a 17.
16.
nice.
Big rolls.
Owie.
And I will auto roll for Volknar. Start. Let me just make sure Volknar doesn't go first.
If anything, I think we should just like ready its action, like defensively, basically.
That sounds good. He
At least until he shows up.
Yeah. And he rolled, or he goes, I think he got a 12. I'm just checking his character sheet. He got a 10. Okay. Victor, you are going to go first. The room is as you see it. The Xanathar bearing down on you. His goldfish, his koi fish in the bowl, floating behind him. Nihalor standing over on the first area of the the bleachers to the northeast. Noxa standing nearby the Xanathar, dead bodies, tons of thugs and bugbears. What would you like to do?
All right. Well, Victor's he's a little fatigued from just having fought. But he's going to go for Nazca. And try to slice him.
Okay.
Let's see. Well, 17.
That's a hit.
All right. We're gonna do damage, and then we'll go for a trip. Try to trip him.
Okay.
Knock that bitch down.
So it takes another 4 damage, and has to pass a strength save of 14.
He got a 12, so he will go prone.
Nice. Okay.
Sick. Very good opening move there.
He's now prone. That was your action, and you have movement if you would like.
I think I'll stay here. Not ideal, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just gonna stand.
When someone's prone like that, if you move out of their space, can they still get the attack of opportunity?
They do, but at disadvantage.
Okay.
So attacking from prone against a standing character gives you disadvantage.
Gotcha.
Zusanu, you are next. What would you like to do?
Let's see. So we're fighting this entire room full of guys, it sounds like.
Yes.
So did we decide, are we going to try to fight them, or are we just going to run away? See if we can get out of here.
How would we get out of here?
I think we have to at least put up a good fight and have them realize that we're too strong and start negotiate halfway through after we decimate half of them.
That's option A. Or option A is they're too strong and then we run.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if
Gotta
we can
fight
run. I
back.
don't know if we can run
I
from
think
here.
I'm not worried about these people. I mean, there's a lot of them, but they're like.
Alistair has Misty Step.
Oh, it's
Alright.
good that Alistair can get away.
I mean,
But we're
like, the
pretty
first
far
time I did was like,
underground, and the gate's been locked behind us, so it's like I don't know how you expect to get out of here.
So to be clear, the gate back into the cells where you waited to begin your fight has been locked behind you. However, you do know that the path back to how you entered is simply through a set of doors that did not have locks.
Is the gate like a solid wooden door, or is it like grated?
The gate is grated back into the cells.
Boom. There you go. I think my thing. I just basically have to see where I want to go.
but isn't that a dead end though? Like, I don't think you'd want to
Yes.
get caught in there.
No.
Yeah, that
Well,
is a dead end.
okay. Oh, true.
It looks like we'd have to get to like up here or over here to get out of here.
No, it's down
Where-
here.
and where you
through
came from was right
here,
up here.
up here into the spiral staircase.
Well, either way, it shouldn't be completely blocked off. And if it is, then that sucks. But we'll figure it out. We'll cross that bridge when we get there if we need to. I'm pretty sure this beholder guy can stop us if we try running. If he wants.
I'm gonna poke him in the eye. I'm gonna throw the javelin right at his eye.
I'm pretty sure if we fight the beholder, aren't they? They're like endgame monsters, right?
We don't know.
At least for probably much higher than our party level.
Maybe
knows?
he's a low level beholder.
There's a baby beholder.
There he is.
Hey, Volknar.
Hey, guess what?
What's up?
Just take a guess.
Another fight to the death.
Yeah.
Well, we're all here this time.
Yep.
But may not hurt to start thinking of your backup characters.
Who's up?
I am just trying to
Zusnu, yeah.
figure out what to how the fuck we're gonna get out of here. I guess first I'd summon my tentacle boy over by the mind flayer to try to keep him busy.
Okay.
Let's see. So he sprays coal. Oh man, a 3. So I'm assuming a 9 misses.
Yes, that does miss.
Or at least I'm just trying to mostly get his attention. And then I'm going to cast Armor of Agathis.
Okay.
Give myself 10 temporary HP. And now no one can hurt people if they hit me with a melee attack.
Okay. Do you want to move, or is that your full turn?
I'll move like over here.
How did
A little
we
closer to the exit.
start fighting this?
Yeah, so the TLDR there, Volknar, is that in the midst of the conversation where the Xanathar asked for the Stone of Galore, Alistair basically told him to jog off, and that he wasn't going to hand over the Stone of Galore. Zusnu failed to appropriately convince the Xanathar that you could be useful as a group, and combat sort of devolved out of that.
Okay. Damn it. 19.
They G-checked us. Alistair said fuck off.
Also, I would have had Slinky go with Alistair too, just in case I need to hit him with a little invisibility.
Oh.
Okay.
So you got a little friend on your shoulder.
Alistair sort of sees it on his shoulder and is like, fuck. And then just sort of shrugs. He's like, hey.
Just in case.
He knows its purpose, so he allows it.
Aerith, that comes to you. It is your turn.
Oh Jesus. We're really gonna die down in this pit.
Don't say that.
Oh, I actually moved the
But we totally might die down in this pit.
Xanathar.
Did I move? Did anyone roll initiative for me, or was anyone playing for me?
Someone rolled for you. Your turn hasn't come yet.
Yeah, I rolled initiative for you. You rolled an 8, so therefore your initiative is 10. If there's something you think you would have done in between, give a shout. But
Oh yeah, I would have
otherwise-
rolled a 20 initiative.
What would you like to do, Aerith?
I have one spell slot left. Are we still all blessed?
No.
Yeah, I think you are
think it-
actually.
Technically, it
Thought we
lasts a
were-
minute.
Oh, it would probably have gone up then.
Yeah.
I thought it lasted 10.
10 rounds, which ends up being like a minute real time.
Gotcha.
So maybe I bless up again.
It's up to you.
I
It's
could
your one.
heal up.
It's your one spell. So, but we have other ways of healing because we have potions, and then Zeusanu can also heal. So, the bless is a pretty good option. I'm trying to pull up your stuff right now, see what other stuff you can do. Because I remember my cleric had a lot of different things going on. Let's see.
I think bless might be my best option.
What level spell is it? Is it 1 or 2?
1.
And it's
Probably.
only first level that you have left.
Yeah, bless is
Yeah.
probably your best spell you have then in like this situation. You just gotta try not to get hit too hard. Otherwise it
Yeah,
goes away, most likely.
Yeah, I'll bless up.
Okay.
And I give that to three people?
You should give it to like people who are probably gonna get hit.
Victor.
I'd say like Volknar and Alistair would be my vote. I think our goal should be getting Alistair out of here.
I think I am already blessed, right? That's what the yellow ring around me mean.
It faded. It went away.
Oh, okay.
This is he's redoing it.
So
I'll
Victor,
give it to Alistair.
Victor, Volknar, and Alistair. Gotcha. And so they are blessed up. If you would like to move or use a bonus action, you may do so.
I'm good.
That brings us to Xanathar. And the Xanathar will immediately... Oh, gosh, what will he do? He will activate his anti-magic field.
That sounds
Alright.
awful.
It's pretty massive, too. It's a 150-foot cone. So it will extend
My
pretty
goodness.
aggressively. Oops. Sorry, that's not what I wanted. It will extend basically across most of the room towards the lot of you, and it will be the old triangle this way.
I've never even heard of the spell. What does it do?
So anti-magic field is the actual spell itself. It effectively nullifies magic in the area. So if the field overlaps with an area of magic, that part of the area is covered by the sphere is suppressed. For example, the flames created by a wall of fire are suppressed. Any active or magical effect, any active spell or magical effect is suppressed while the creature is in the area. So bless within this area will not work.
And my mage armor is probably gone.
Correct.
For how
If I
long?
move out of it, if we move out of it, we get everything back, or does it like cancel out at everything?
So when you move out of it, you get everything back.
Okay.
And it lasts for as long. So this is one of the beauties of a beholder. The beholder's central eye creates an area of anti-magic in a 150-foot cone. At the start of each of its turns, the beholder decides which way the cone faces and whether the cone is
Oh
active.
my god, what a fucker. That's
So I have
insane.
I have a clarifying question.
Yeah.
Can magic, like, can magic / damage, like, splash into that cone, or does it just get
Yes.
nullified as soon as it like hits that cone?
So if you're outside of the cone and you casted a fireball and half of the fireball overlaps into the cone,
Yeah.
it does not splash into the cone area. It becomes
Cone
nullified.
blocks it.
Yes.
Damn.
Alright.
This guy's a fucker. And we're about to get surrounded by melee units, so then we're locked down.
You just
And
gotta move in
so
and out, bro.
Can we retreat? Can we just
We should
run them all away?
surrender.
Yeah, why'd we call this guy out?
hold on. Is there? Well, not maybe you can't tell us, but is it a concentration spell?
I will say that this is just like a feature of the beholder.
Okay.
And so as this is happening, he is also going to use some of his eye stalks.
It's like a passive ability.
Yes,
So we can't like interrupt it at all, seemingly.
that's correct. Alright, so I got a
Ah.
7. He will look first and foremost at Zusanu, who is the only individual outside of the cone, and he will use his sleep ray from one of his eye stalks on you. Can I please get a wisdom saving throw?
Oh, what a dick.
This guy is crazy. Love it.
15.
That is a failure, so you are
Oh,
asleep.
man.
And you can see the bird boy collapse onto the ground, snores asunder. Victor, I'm going to say that because you're partially in the cone, that you're actually fully in the cone on this one. So you're actually, nobody else can be hurt by the eye stalks at this point in time. But what he will do is he will back up a bit to here, and when he does so, you notice that the fish is also doing so in its like bubble there. And let me just move this thing back.
The fish. What is the fish?
He has a pet fish in a big old fishbowl with him. You should think of the two of them as Jabba the Hutt and Salacious Crumb, like his little pet that laughs.
Okay. Can we kill the pet?
And that is the Xanathar's turn, and he glares at the lot of you, and he yells once again, "I said, get them." Alistair, it is your turn.
Oh boy. Well,
Wait, are we fighting everyone in this circle?
yep.
Well, the guys on the bottom left are dead, right?
Yeah, so I will
Yeah.
actually just remove them so there's no confusion about that. But these guys here
Alistair gets
are
behind this guy and
Gonzo.
goes, or well, I guess he's prone, so I guess I wouldn't need to get behind him. I would just stand side by side with Victor, and then attack Noxa
Okay,
on the ground.
with advantage.
Oh boy.
Nice.
Crit. Plus your sneak attack.
Yep.
So double all that.
Oh, one of them was a 1. That's unfortunate. Yeah, this is going to be a crit. Oh my goodness. I've never rolled a crit sneak. That's crazy.
Go ahead and describe your kill.
Alistair casually strolls up and then just whips out his rapier and then just holds it at his throat and then just kind of turns his head and just sticks it in and then just puts it right back in and keeps walking.
Gotcha. You can see that the Xanthars begin screaming, "I said kill them all!" And he's like actually becoming enraged by the fact that nobody has moved on you yet, and you have now killed one of his henchmen. Is there anything else you would like to do? You've got more movement.
Alistair gives a courtesy to the beholder.
Okay.
I should have came and woke me up.
So that will bring us to Nihilor. And Nihilor, let's see. Nihilor will begin to move forward, and you can see now that as he moves forward, he actually has been levitating, and so he levitates across the ground to. Oh, that's not going to work, is it? He levitates and then falls to the ground as he enters the anti-magic cone, and begins to move towards Harold. Let me just make sure I can actually get there. 30 feet. Yeah, he can get there. And he will use his tentacles on his face to attack you. And that is going to be, let's see if this hits. Does a 13 hit, Harry?
It does.
Oh no.
Okay, so I need you to take 13 points of damage.
Hold on.
Because you don't have mage armor, right? Or whatever you cast.
Right, yeah. Oh, and I can't use. Oh, because it's magic. God damn it. Alright.
Yeah, you being in this triangle is very bad.
Yeah, very bad. Okay, how much do I take?
So you take 13 points of damage, psychic
God.
damage.
Yeah.
You are also grappled
Oh god.
because he grabs you on the head with his brain, his face tentacles, basically. And I need you to make a intelligence saving throw.
You can do this.
11.
Okay, you are stunned. You want to roll lucky?
Oh,
Oh
god.
yeah.
Lucky's a form of magic.
Is it?
No.
No,
You're allowed
no,
to. You're
no,
allowed to
I'm
roll
joking.
lucky.
Alright, then
No,
yeah.
I'm not
How
that
about
evil,
16?
guys.
How about 16?
That is exactly what you needed to save.
Oh,
Woo!
Nice.
So you are not stunned. You can still move, but he does have you grappled, and so you will need to roll against that to escape.
A mind flayer is gonna fuck you, man.
yeah, I'm like dead. I need
Um,
help!
Okay. This is where the thugs begin to move into action. They begin to. Let me see. Where was he? So if they all move. Yeah, they're just going to try to encircle you all. The ones that get close will begin to take some sort of swings.
Oh no.
Oh, you guys.
It's been real, boys.
Let me see for a moment. All right, so I'm gonna take 2 attacks against Aerith, 2 attacks against Volknar, 1 attack against Harry, 1 attack against Alistair, 1 attack against Zeusanu. So we will go in that order. Aerith, you're gonna go first. That's a hit. 6 damage. And
So I
then
take 6.
Yep. That is a critical hit.
Damn.
Oh.
Oh. Only 3. So you take 9 damage from those 2 individuals. We will then attack Volknar. Volknar, this is the first of the 2. That's a 2. That's a hit. And so you take 5 points of damage. Harry. 17 to hit.
Am I still raged?
Yeah.
Do I take half damage or something?
How long does rage last?
I think it's 10 turns.
Yeah, you would not be raging anymore until your turn. So it would have gone away.
Okay, so I took 5 points of damage.
Yep. Harry, you take 5 points of damage.
Harry goes down.
Oh, no.
Okay. So you're down. Alistair, this is for you. Natural 20.
Oh,
And so actually take 8 points of damage on that one.
okay.
Looks like it didn't do the natural 20 for some
Yo,
reason.
can we just give the stone up and walk out of here?
Zeusnu.
Yeah, that's my vote.
That might be the call now. But I don't know if he would if he let us go at this point.
Zeusnu, you take 10. You take 8 points of damage as well.
Well, that guy takes 10 points of damage himself.
Okay.
Eat that, thug. Would that have woken me up?
That would have woken you up, yes, 100%. You are still prone on the ground, but you are now awake. That brings us to Volknar. It is your turn.
Fuck. um.
Yeah.
Sorry, Harry.
I know. Once I'll be right back.
We might need to see if we can give him the stone and live to fight another day.
I mean, yeah, that's kind of what I want to do. Right now, I'm checking my movement speed. If I run out of here, how far, and I dash, how far can I go?
These guys can attack us now.
I can get outside of the staircase. I don't want to die. I don't want Volknar to die.
Yeah, but we got the problem is Harold's down. So if we just bail, then he's like 100% dead. So
All right.
I don't.
your
I don't think
options,
we
yeah,
win.
your
We
options
just
are to
don't
fight,
win. We can't win. This
leave,
situation.
or go to Alistair, tell Alistair to give you the damn stone, and then bring it to the eye guy, and let's get out of here. That's what Victor's gonna do. Victor's gonna give me the damn stone.
I'm also trying to see if maybe we can get these cat things that are on the balcony to fight for us.
The
I don't know how.
bugbears?
Yeah, whatever those are.
They're against us.
The cat.
They're stronger than the little guys fighting us probably. Fuck us up.
Everyone is against us.
Yeah.
They all
Man.
want us dead.
What if I tell these bear people
Even though I saved one of the bear people.
will
We might have had a chance if the big boy wasn't participating, but if he's in it, then we're kind of screwed.
What if I tell the cat people or the bear people, whatever they are, that we'll give them 20 gold pieces apiece to help us?
You can
Can
try
attempt.
it.
Go ahead and so you'll yell that. Go ahead and roll a persuasion check if you would like.
Okay. Persuasion.
Damn. Probably gonna have to get like a nat 20.
7. Does that count as my action though?
No, that doesn't. That's like a free action. And like, mind you, they are laughing at you as they hear this.
So Victor, what did you roll for your initiative? When are you going next?
I'm top of the order. So you got an 8, so we're getting towards the bottom. I think you're the
Mhm.
last one in the group.
I think that's right. Followed by all the bugbear, basically. Harold would have been the exact last individual, but
Oh, the bugbears are the guys in the balcony.
yeah.
So they're gonna come down like next.
Yep.
Okay, Alistair, give me that stone, bro.
Yeah, we may be outmatched here.
We don't need to die here for a stone.
Not just a stone.
It's not my turn, so.
Is it my turn?
Yeah, but can you give me the stone, even though it's not your turn?
You can hand it over to him. That's acceptable. This would be Volknar's action, basically, though. If you do
Fine.
this.
Alistair gives it up begrudgingly.
All right.
So you have the stone, Volknar. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna. So it was the fucking beholder that wanted the stone.
Yes.
All right. I'm gonna.
Fulton, do you think is your guy strong enough to like smash the stone and destroy it? Maybe we hold it hostage.
We're not getting out alive that way either. Like, that's not gonna help. It's just death that way too.
Well, if
Give
if
it
we
Look.
hand
up.
it over, if we're handing over, what's stopping him from just killing us anyways for standing up to him?
So what? I mean, it's the only option we got.
Yeah,
We
it's
don't
Yeah,
our
he's-
win
last
this.
chance.
He's either gonna kill us and take the stone, or we can give it to him and then he can kill us, or we can give it to him and hope that he just lets us free.
Yeah. This is our
Or
one
we can
chance.
run and leave Harold to die.
Yeah, we can't let Harold die. That's priority
Well,
number
can-
1.
Yeah, we have to try not to let Harold die.
Can we pick him up and run?
That'd be very hard. We take a lot of hits.
Yeah, but can we dash with Harold on my
You'd
back
be
or
like,
something?
yeah,
There'd be so many attacks of opportunity coming at you, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, alright, so whatever. I'm gonna
That's why we gotta like surrender. Surrender the stone. Give it to him.
Alright, I'm gonna run up to this dude. I guess I'll stay in the cone. I guess it doesn't really matter. Because he can't attack if you're in the cone, right?
His eye stalks do not work inside the cone. That is correct.
Alright. I'll run up to him and be like, yo, man, I don't know what these guys were saying earlier. I was kind of in La La Land daydreaming, so I didn't hear any of the conversation, but I got the stone now.
Okay.
We surrender.
And as you do this, he will say, "Everyone halt." I need Harold. I need you to make a death saving throw.
Um,
What is the death saving? A dex or
do I
death?
just roll a d20? It doesn't. There's nothing
Yeah,
to roll.
I don't actually know how to do it on
Yeah,
here.
I thought there'd be like
Should
a
be
thing here.
on your
I got a
sheet for
12 though.
this, right?
yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
a
there's a
success.
thing, but it just tells me. It just tells me to click success or failure. It doesn't like let me roll it anywhere there.
Gotcha. That's a
So
success.
success.
Cool. The magic eye ray or the cone goes down. So this will be. Do I need to just delete it? Yeah. So the cone goes down. He says, "Drop the stone on the ground in front of me. Everyone else stand down." And you can see the bandits sort of stepping away ever so slightly. Not leaving their positions necessarily, but they are giving you a little bit of breathing space. Nihalor, with a squelch, drops Harold's body to the ground. And do you drop the stone on the ground, Volknar?
I smashed the stone. No, yeah. I dropped it.
Okay. And he says, "Excellent. See, I knew we could work something out. Toss this lot in the dungeons. And again, everyone begins to step forth. Would you like to do anything else, or would you let yourselves be taken to the dungeons?
Someone negotiate our
Alistair
for
runs.
Alistair, you run?
Yes.
Well, Victor would first ask that I let him. Can we tend to our our comrade here? He's kind of very badly hurt. Yeah.
Sure. I mean, you can just do it if you so wish.
Yeah. I'll go up to Harold and bust out one of the health potions and kind of like, I assume he's just like, he's just on the ground. So I'll just like force feed him a health potion or whatever.
Okay. That's fine. Go ahead and roll that, and we'll get Harry back up on his feet. If anybody else is going to do anything, go ahead and call it out now. Then we'll go to Alistair.
What
I kind of want
are
to be like,
health potions?
yo, man, you need level-headed people on your team. I brought you the
2d4
stone.
plus
I
2.
need to join you.
Okay. We can roll. Can you roll a persuasion check for that?
So that was 6 health for Harold.
4.
So
I'm the
Volknar, it's
real deal, dude.
Volknar, it's not that you're not necessarily convincing. You have shown him just how strong you are. It's just that you are negotiating from a position of weakness that brings you to this situation where you are not going to be able to talk yourself out of this very easily, you suspect.
Hey, Harry gets up and now that he's back with it, says, "Wait a minute. Were you not entertained?
Oh, I was very entertained. But nonetheless,
You had to go
done.
sick that freaking octopus guy on me. I didn't even get to fight. You're lucky."
And I'll do so again if I have to. Put them in the dungeons.
As I see Alistair starting to make a move for it, I want to message him to stay close, keep Slinky with you, so we can communicate.
Okay? Alistair, what would you like to do?
I'd be running straight out of there.
Okay. So are you just going to run by people? Are you going to, like what are you doing here?
Yep. Just running.
Okay.
Okay.
Related to him running, if I cast a spell through my familiar, does it use all the same like verbal somatic components as if I cast it myself?
Yes, I think you do the components yourself where you are, but the spell activates at the end point of your familiar. So like
Okay.
like if it has like a verbal component, your familiar's not saying it, you're saying it.
Okay. Trying to think if I should just make Alistair invisible now, because I can take a short rest in the dungeon. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna help
Okay.
my boy escape, make him invisible.
And so as Alistair, as you run past these two guys, they are going to attempt to grab you. So I will need that's the first one. And just an acrobatics check for this
Okay.
is good enough. Actually, these 3 guys.
Even if he's invisible, I'm gonna try to grab him.
Is he invisible? Did I miss that?
Yeah, I would have cast invisibility on him, like when I saw
Oh.
him making a run for it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they don't try to grab you then. Never mind.
Okay. I would have dodged anyway.
Gotcha.
I was fine with either or.
Yeah. So you zip right past him. And as this is happening, as you cast it and as he runs, the Xanathar once again throws up the anti-magic cone, but he is not able to do it quickly enough to catch Alistair. And so, Alistair, as you dive behind the doorway, um, the Xanathar turns in that direction, so the anti-magic cone sweeps across the room, and you are not revealed anywhere. Partially because you've ducked behind the doorway quickly enough, and you're not inside the cone. But also, your invisibility does fail because Zeusanu himself is inside the anti-magic cone at different times.
Okay.
You are invisible intermittently right now, depending on where the Xanathar is looking. And so we can give you, I will give you like around here or there. So you can get an extra 30 feet for this round.
Mm-hmm.
So to, I don't know, probably the
Let's
doorway
see.
there.
Like here, you're saying?
Yeah, I think that's probably accurate.
Okay.
And you hear a shout from behind you yelling from one of the bugbears like, "He went that way!" But otherwise, what is everyone else doing?
I'm gonna go tend to Harry. See if I can give him a little more HP. Get him back on his feet a little bit.
Okay.
How much health did you get back from the potion?
He got 6 health back.
Alright, I'll use my healer healing action. That's 1d6 plus 4. So another 8 HP.
All right.
The Xanathar is also yelling, "Round them up! Bring them to the dungeons!" And you can see that these bugbears are like running over to bring you back into the group. Same with this guy, while they are trying to keep you contained to then bring you to their dungeon.
It just ran away.
Alistair bugged it.
Better to have someone on the outside who might be able to break us out.
That's basically my plan, but
Especially if you're invisible. Well, no, with the
I'm not,
invisibility,
though.
if he had my familiar with him, would it just be like the floating familiar, or if he was like under his cloak or whatever, would the familiar be invisible too?
If the familiar would be invisible too, I would say.
Okay.
Harry, what are you trying to do?
I just went. It was gonna go into jail. I was complying.
Oh, you wanted to go into. Oh no, so they're gonna bring you to a different jail actually.
Oh, a different jail.
I'm going to jail, Smile.
Why are we going
So
to jail? Didn't you bring us here to fight and we won? Shouldn't we be rewarded? And we gave you the stone of galore.
Yeah,
What's
and
going
then
on
and then
here?
we took our most valuable item and brought it right to the middle of an arena.
Yeah. Who did that?
We really should have left that behind.
Yeah. I wonder who did that, yeah. Unfortunate.
I gave it to Alistair.
Alistair, which way would you like to go? North or south?
The way we came here. So I
Okay.
assume that was north, right?
Uh-huh.
Gotta go south, bro. Go deeper into the jungle.
No.
Okay, go ahead and go where you would like. We'll do one quote unquote round of movement. So you can have 60 feet.
Okay. So I think like 30 is right there. Another 30. Alright.
The rest of you, if you are just going to let the jail escort occur, they will begin grabbing you 2 by 2 or 2 on 1 for each of you. Basically, I think that's how that's going to work out. There's plenty of bugbears, plenty of so on and so forth, and you can hear Nihilor in a raspy, awful voice reach out through his mind. Put them in my cells. Their brains look delectable. And he is demanding that you're brought to his area, and you can see the thugs and the bugbears actually shuddering at this. But they will begin bringing you in that direction. So you are taken a hold of individually, and you will be brought to this place. I will reveal that like once Alistair is either doing his thing or decides to get out of here. Alistair, do you go?
Harry wants to try to persuade one of these guys to not bring him to the creepy guy's cells.
Okay.
Bring him to the regular one.
Okay. Alistair, do you want to move another 60 feet?
Yeah.
Okay.
basically like over here.
As that is happening, you see somebody come out of the wall. So the wall opens up, and you see this individual who you had seen walking through the corridors to the south beforehand, opening the door and closing it, and then sees you sprinting by. And so you've gone outside of his reach without him being able to do anything. But he does see you sprint, like he sees you sprinting by, and is surprised at your sudden movement past him.
Okay.
The rest of you are going to begin being escorted, and so I'm just going to pull you along with Nihilor. So Nihilor actually walks down this way. He walks to this tunnel here, and he will bringing you this way. And as he brings you here, you can see through the darkness and the gloom that this is not a happy place that he is bringing you to. You're going through rooms and tunnels that begin to have an odor to them. And when you specifically enter this far right area, it is a dungeon with many cells in particular. And so each of you will be in one of these cells for now. Alistair, do you take your leave up through the exit?
Mm-hmm.
It was on the bunk.
Harry, if you would like to roll a persuasion check for whatever it is you would like to try to do, you may do so.
Yeah,
Um,
Alistair, her dungeon was like,
Yeah,
Gotcha.
so I guess Harry would say, well, I guess at some point along the way, if we were like towards the back of the line, Harry would try to like bribe the guards to either let him go or to put him in the regular cells with 10 gold and some sort of persuasion.
I swear, just let me go. Come on, just do it.
Yeah, put me in the regular cell, or if you look
I
the
don't
other
want
way, I'll
things
give you
like-
10 gold. Yeah, for persuasion.
I think we're in trouble, boys.
Yeah. Well, Victor feels right at home.
Did they take everyone's weapons too?
I assume they did. Yeah.
No, they left us with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with they left us with weapons.
Hey, you never know. Maybe they're so confident they're like, yeah, we'll just leave them with the weapons because they can't do anything.
So can we take a long rest?
Yeah. Got a lot of questions. A lot of questions here.
Or at least we have 3 magic users who don't need weapons.
Jill still can't contain Harry.
You
I
should,
Do
just
you
said-
have misty stuff, Harry?
Harry,
you should
I have
mage
Misty stuff. Yeah.
communicate with what's her face with Vaksha or whatever and get her to come save us.
Oh, I need my girl. She doesn't know where we are. We're down deep.
Well, that's why you mind fuck her or whatever you
I don't have the. I'm not good like that.
Yeah,
You can
guy
only
that.
do it
Yeah.
to me.
What?
We have enough time chilling in the cells to take like a short rest.
I think for sure. I think we lost Nick in some capacity.
Yeah, I was
Oops,
gonna
sorry.
say, is Nick on
Uh,
mute?
Either on mute or.
I'm back. What I was going to say was, Harry, whatever spells you currently have prepared, you will wake up with them from your long rest with them fully refreshed. So you can't prepare new spells, but you do have the spells that you do have prepared like at your disposal still.
Perfect.
Does that mean we get a long rest?
Yes, you will get a long rest. You will or well, I mean depending on what occurs in the dungeon, but yeah, you'll probably get a long rest. Alistair,
All I need is a short rest.
we'll need to know what you're going to do, and then we'll also just take like 5-minute break in real time.
Alistair was going to get reinforcements to try to rescue the lads.
Okay.
Don't forget about my city guards, people.
Can I?
Vajra. Tell Vajra I need help.
And the
Can I?
Griffin people. We have all
Any-
sorts of friends.
Anybody and everybody. He was going to get them all.
Alistair, can I get a survival check for you to make your way back through the sewers, please?
Ooh, Alistair goes down on the way out.
I mean, anything could happen. I only have a +1. 16
Trips and
plus 1.
falls and
Good enough.
Awesome.
You find your way out of the sewers without problem, making your way quickly and rapidly. There's many different turns that you're able to take where you actually shake the bugbears off because they are sent after you. You're able to hide pretty effectively in the sewers at different points in time, and you make your
Alistair has
way.
his Mission Impossible scene.
Yeah, pretty much. And you make your way to, it could be Prestige Worldwide, it could be somewhere else, your choice.
Back home first, and then
Get
he'd go out
Grub.
to gather the friends. Yeah, Grub first. He'd bust in. Grub. The lads are in trouble. We gotta rally the troops. Let's go.
Gotcha.
Grub drops his broom. It's time.
He takes out a shotgun that was hidden behind some bottles.
We'll pick it up from here, and we'll discuss what's next. So, those of you in the cells, as you are brought into the cells, there are 3 fish-like looking humanoids. Those of you with an intelligence over a 13 know them to be Kuotoa. These Kuotoa are standing guard in the in this room. There is a individual in one of the cells already, and I will place them there now. It's an individual some of you actually may recognize. They're in this cell over here, and he is watching you as you are brought in. There is also just that one guy. There are 3 Kuotoa, and I will put like a fish icon for those guys.
He looks like a city guard.
He is. He is actually dressed as a city guard. He is effectively a city guard still.
Would Volknar know him?
Go ahead and roll a check, Volknar.
What kind of check?
History check.
-2 on that. 12.
Not bad.
A 12. You actually do recognize him, but not from your time gallivanting with the guards, but rather because you recognize that he was one of the guards who he was one of the guards who was helping control the scene of the crime when the fireball went off outside of Prestige Worldwide.
Okay.
You
Do
can
have
make small talk, yeah.
well before we got to where we are today, would I have had any small talk with any city guards about somebody gone missing?
Um, Go ahead and roll just a d20. No added, nothing added to it. I just want to see where that ends up.
Ooh, not 20.
You would have heard of this, an individual by the name of Hyastus Staggett, a captain of the City Watch. You believe that it was believed that he may have had a mistress and then ran off. You now believe that those stories are inaccurate.
Okay. So I have a pretty good idea this is Hyastus.
Yes, it is Hyastus. You suspect that his name is Hyastus Staggett.
Okay. Okay.
Hey, do you know a woman named Vajra?
The Blackstaff? Everybody does, but who the hell are the lot of you?
Yeah, we're just cool guys.
It's, it's like on Volkmar. I have some friends. I forget their names in the city guard.
You can rail off like a list of individuals who you've been friendly with.
Okay. Like on Volkmar, I know blah blah, like a bunch of individuals. I'm just like, what's your
Yep.
name?
My name is Hyastus Staggett. I think I've heard of you, Volknar. You're friends with, and he like lists off a few different individuals as well that you're friendly with. And he goes, how the hell did the lot of you end up here? You're the owners of that bar, right?
It's like we are, but everyone said you ran off with a mistress. How'd you end up down here?
You can see him putting his hand over his face, and he's like, that was one time. Um, and he goes, I owed the Xanathar some money for something. Needless to say, it did not go well. They brought me here as a punishment for not paying them soon enough.
I kind of want to ask him if he thinks we can get out of here, but we got these. Do these creatures understand English or
So
whatever?
they do not seem to care that you are talking amongst yourselves whatsoever. They're actually rather focused on a 1 foot tall figurine sitting atop a slime-covered alabaster pedestal on the east wall, in between. So they will walk over to this figurine over here, do some strange, like, not a dance, but some movements nearby it, and then walk away. And then maybe they'll go and check up on you, but they don't really actually care about you too much. The figurine on the pedestal seems to be crudely fashioned out of clay. It has the head of what would appear to be that of a hammerhead shark, the upper torso of a bare-chested male dragon with wings sprouting from its shoulders, and the octopus tentacles where its legs should be.
Uh,
Each time they go up to this thing, they say in very strange, you can sort of make it out. It's not common, but it sounds like a word, and the word sounds like Garshuga.
does Harry have a good look at this object?
Go ahead, give it the old up down.
Garshuga.
Ooh, 22.
You know of no god or figure or king or anything by the name of Garshuga. You do not recognize a hammerhead shark-headed, dragon-shouldered, and octopus-tentacled legged creature. This chimera, whatever it is depicting, does not exist in the annals of history, and you suspect that whatever this is invented.
Harry is gonna is gonna use prestidigitation and
Okay.
give himself a tattoo on his forearm. Like a tattoo of like a figure that is similar to that.
Ooh,
Gotcha.
good idea.
And then once Harry does that, he's going to like go over, stick his hand outside of the cell and lift up his robe sleeve and a little whistle to get their attention and show them Arshuga.
Okay.
His
Um,
Arshuga tattoo.
go ahead and make a persuasion check, and then we're gonna say like you guys are still here in the cells for a bit. Alistair, what are you doing when you get back to Prestige Worldwide? Who are you going to first?
Grub.
Well, obviously Grub, just to tell him what's going on, see if he wants to join. And then I would probably go to. Hey, I've seen Faulkner talking to the guards. I'd probably go talk to a couple of those guards. I know Harold has his mystery friend, his that guy that he talks with.
Detective.
Zusanu, can you use your
Zeus is
puppet?
friends with the
Can
the
you
air marshals, as well as Harold is also friends with the Black Staff. So I suppose like I would talk to the guards first, and like as a larger, you know, like basically like I'd Karen them and be like, tell your boss, and be like, get Black Staff in on it, let them know what's up.
Can Zusanu use his familiar that's on Alistair's shoulder to tell him that the captain of the guard is in the jail cell?
I think he has to be within 100 feet of me, and I can't talk through it.
Okay.
So I can't even
Okay.
like hear through it unless it's within 100 feet.
Okay, so Alistair, you're going to attempt to muster forces of multiple different kinds.
Mhm.
Who do you want to go see first? Did you say?
The local guards, the ones that Volknar's been friendly with.
Okay.
I'd start at the what's closest to home, and then sort of branch out from there. But ultimately, I want the local guards and the air marshals to get in touch with the Black Staff if I can't do it directly, just so see if perhaps she can send any more aid
Okay.
than the other people I'm talking to directly.
Gotcha. And what are you telling, like the city guard, for example, in particular?
That my homies are being held captive by one of the local gangs.
Okay. And so go ahead and roll a persuasion check to talk to. Let's start with the local guards in the area. What are you requesting anything of them directly at this moment? What are you?
For their aid in the situation, yeah, to
Okay.
see what they can offer. Oh, it's not terrible, I suppose. It looked like a
Okay.
2 for a sec when I rolled it.
And so they hear you and they look distressed, and then they look confused and they say, oh, well then, let's go speak with one of the captains. We should report this higher. If they're not here in the city, it sounds like they're underground somewhere.
That's right.
That could prove difficult, but this is good to know nonetheless. Come, let's meet with one of the captains and take your statement at the very least. And they begin like ushering you towards one of their outposts down the road.
Okay.
Upon arrival, the captain, who has his boots up on the table, sees you and says, excellent. Yes, what can I do for you?" I assume you recite your story once again.
Mm-hmm.
And
It's
he
urgent.
gives you a quizzical look and he goes, "And do you expect the guards to help with this?"
Yes, we're very friendly.
Uh, yes, we know of Volknar. Like he's a good man. How did you end up there in the first place? How did you get away?
Oh, long story.
I mean, please, look, I need all the information. Look, I can't necessarily just send my men gallivanting down into the sewers, you say?
Well, look, I'm trying to get in touch with the air marshal as well. I have friends
And-
there, and with the
and-
black staff.
And you hear one of the guards behind you sort of like cough. Make an insight check.
Okay.
As you're saying all this to these individuals, you're getting the sense that they think your story is ever so slightly outlandish and that they are a little confused as to how specifically you expect them to help you. You are reporting your lost friends effectively in an area where you believe they may not have jurisdiction. And as some of the words are coming out of your mouth, specifically say the air marshal stuff, the look on their faces is like, how would the air marshals help? They're not going to go into the sewers. At the mention of the black staff, they look a little surprised and then they say, do you know the black staff?
Yes, well, maybe not directly, but my friends and I were very good. Weren't very good with them. We worked together with the black staff.
I see. Look,
What-
look, sir.
And he leans in. He's like, one of them might be getting romantically involved. You see.
They all kind of like look at amongst each other, and they're basically like looking back at you, and they can't tell if you're like a total fucking nutcase or if you are serious about any or bits of this. At this point, you can tell that this is not necessarily their problem. And the captain says, "Sir, look, if your friends truly are trapped in a dungeon underground, which I'm not saying I don't believe you, I'm simply like we know who Volknar is, for example. All I'm saying is that this is potentially beyond the city guard. Um, we arrest Xanathar Guild members when we see them committing crimes here in the city. The same is true of the Zentarims, for example. But we
Alistair
have
reaches for his coin purse.
okay.
And he just starts holding it. He's like, "What you were saying? Is it beyond this jurisdiction?" He just kind of like plops it up and down in his hand. It's a sizable coin purse.
And he's like the captain's like stuttering as he's like talking to you. What I was going to say was that this sounds like the work of adventurers, not the city guard. We know where the Xanathar's guild is, or rather, we believe it to be somewhere deep under the bowels of the city. We understand that they may have activities there, but frankly, we have been told by the Silver Hand herself that we are to remain here in the city.
Right. All right. Well, I best be moving then.
Look, I'm sorry. If you are truly friends with the Blackstaff, that is maybe a good place to start.
Thank you. Alistair walks away.
Back down to the dungeon. Harry, you are showing the Kuotoas your tattoo.
Yep.
One of them walks over when you whistle. You hold out your arm. Is that right?
Yeah.
And he sees it, and he's immediately ecstatic. And he's pointing to the others and talking in some sort of guttural fish language, and they both run over and look as well.
Harry puts his hands up.
And they put their hands up, doing the same thing as you.
That's it. I don't know. Harry would motion to them to let him out. Like,
They're just
like-
gonna do it.
It's like, we're the same. Let me out.
Okay. Go ahead and make a persuasion check. At disadvantage, I'm going to say, because you don't speak the same language as them.
Oh, hold on. Does
Can I have,
comprehend languages let me talk language?
Comprehend languages lets you. I don't know. What does it do? Let's see.
For the duration, you understand the literal meaning of any spoken language that you hear. You also understand every written language you see.
No, I don't think you can
Okay.
speak it.
Yeah, you can't speak it, but you can understand it.
I was gonna say, can I get that going too? Like once I heard these guys.
Yeah,
Yeah,
totally.
so I guess oh,
I was
if
gonna
you're
say
gonna
I probably would have done detect magic to see if there's any magic in that weird little figurine.
Oh, okay.
alright, then I'm gonna Harry's gonna do comprehend languages.
Okay. Um, there is no magic in the figurine. We'll start with that. The languages is what is it that Kuotoa speak? Let me check something. These Kuotoa speak so it's actually Undercommon that they're speaking. So if any of you understand Undercommon, which I'm pretty sure none of you do. They are saying they're talking about their god, and their god is in reference to the figurine, Garshuga. And they say, do you think he's been branded by Darshuga for death or for salvation? And they're just going back and forth on like what they think you have the mark on your arm for. None of them are suggesting to let you out either way.
So Harry's gonna use prestidigitation again, and I guess I could do a couple of these things, right? You can cast the spell multiple times. You can have up to 3 of them going at a time. All right, so I'm gonna Harry's gonna do I'm gonna I'm gonna look at their totem thing. I'm
Okay.
gonna make it warm. Non-living material. Yeah, so I can make it warm, and then I'm also gonna make it glow.
Oh wow. Okay.
To show them that like to get to get their attention and to like show them that I'm doing something to it.
What's the
Maybe
distance on prestidigitation?
10 feet.
Let me just double check that. So it's I think you're about 15 or 20 feet away.
Okay,
So
no worries.
it
We're
is right
gonna
there.
we'll keep going. Harry is going to Misty Step
Okay.
over to the item, pick it up, and then do those 2 things that I said, and then hand it and then offer it to them like very non-aggressive, non-threateningly, to show them like that I want to give them the item that is now glowing and warm to the touch.
I'm gonna get an Eldritch Blast ready just in case these guys turn on Harry.
Okay. Harold, make a persuasion check.
Yeah, 16.
Not
Okay.
bad, not bad.
That's pretty good.
They freak the fuck out.
Right, they do.
As they're standing there watching you for a moment, you just snap out of existence and then back behind them, back into existence. And you hold up the statue, it glows, gets warm, and they can see it as you're holding it towards them glowing. I'm going to say also make an intimidation check.
Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. I don't want to intimidate them. I want to impress them. 17.
Okay.
Damn.
And so they begin to flee in terror. They're
Oh, whoa,
scrambling
whoa.
over themselves to get away from you, and they are fumbling with like the keys to get out.
Get their keys.
Yeah, so is there like a locked door right there? Are they gonna be able?
Yes, they're running to a locked door.
These guys aren't very strong, I would presume, right? They like fish people?
They're like little fish guys. I'll put up a.
Are they saying anything now that I can comprehend what they're saying?
Yes, they are saying he's cursed. He's cursed. He's got this figurine. He's going to hurt us all.
Yeah, all right, that's fine. Then Harry's gonna run up and try to like hold the door shut so they can't escape. And then use hand gestures and whatever to basically show them that he's not there to hurt them.
Okay.
And then he's gonna say, what was the guy's name again?
Sugar.
Garshuga. He's just gonna say, "I am Garshuga," and put his hands back up.
What's going on here?
Okay. And as you do this,
Let the master work.
so you try to step between them and the door first while saying this. Go ahead
I
and
just
give
want
me
at first. I just want to prevent them from opening the door. So either like
Gotcha.
holding it shut or kind of like forcing my way up in there.
an athletics check.
Athletics. 16.
Oh, that might be good enough. Give me a moment. Not good enough on this instance. They are able to push their way past you and just open the door and run out screaming, basically down the hallway.
Okay. Harry's gonna run back in the in the cell room and I don't know. I gotta try to open these doors. Hold on. Do I have a spell that can unlock stuff?
Knock, unless you have knock prepared.
I got nothing. Um. Harry's gonna try to try to open the door that these boys are in. Or look around. Is there any other keys or any
Yeah.
crowbars?
Go
Let's
ahead and give me a
investigate the
perception.
room real quick. Yeah.
Yeah, investigation or perception check for that.
Oh yeah. 21.
Okay. You are not able to find any other keys. There are some tools that are in the altar, like what is effectively the altar, the pedestal.
Yeah.
Over near that, there's like a hammer and a chisel. You think that they were used to help sculpt the clay in particular. They look
All right.
kind of
Harry's
beat up,
gonna
but they're
Harry's
potentially
gonna take the
useful.
chisel and try to like pick the lock. I guess.
Okay. Give me either a strength or a dexterity check. Whatever you, which are you gonna bust it or are you gonna try to pick it open?
Let's see. Definitely not gonna bust it because I'm not strong. So
Can bust a move.
we're gonna go with the dexterity
Okay.
of 15.
You can get the chisel in part way, but it does not open the lock.
Guys, I gotta get you out of here. Any ideas?
Well,
Volker's gonna try to rip open the bars with his bare hands.
How about can Harry give Volknar the tools and maybe he can strength and use his strength and the tools to do something.
Just said he's gonna try to Hulk him open.
I know, you go ahead, Hulk him open, but here's a
He just
screwdriver. If
walks.
you want to
He
Hulk a
doesn't even
screwdriver.
touch. He doesn't even touch him with his hands. He just walks through him.
I want
Headbutt
to,
him.
yeah. Let's see this roll, Volknar. Let's see what happens with this first off.
We doing a strength check or
Flat strength.
alright. 17.
It's not good enough to open these bars, sadly. You do bend them ever so slightly, but it's just not enough.
I think the plan is to have Harold distract the guards like he just did, so when they're all on him, then Zusnu uses his mage hand, steals the keys, and opens Volknar and Victor's cells, and then we beat them up and get everyone out.
So I guess
Question: Did we get a long rest or no?
I think.
if you guys are doing this immediately after, no. If you're doing it after 8 hours, yes.
We rested and then this happened.
How long?
Okay.
Well, I don't know. How long have we been here for?
Yeah, we've been in here for 8 hours and then Harry started his shenanigans.
Oh, okay. So we do get a long rest.
Yes, exactly.
Well,
All right.
I think that's a
Because
DM.
once Harry
call.
got bored of resting and got all his spells back, then he started messing with the totems and stuff.
Okay, so I can long rest, right, Nick?
Yes, you can. God damn
Okay,
it.
I'm just.
All right, then I guess if
I
there's
didn't
no
hear.
other,
I didn't hear our DM say yes yet. I'm not gonna
Oh
take a
yeah,
long
you're good.
rest. Okay, okay, okay.
thought we did a while ago, but I guess at this point, if Harry can't, he'll leave Volcanar to try to get out himself, I guess. But Harry, I guess, is gonna go try to run after the guards and see if he can catch up to them.
Okay. The guards are. Sorry. The guards are running in many different directions. One actually runs this way. One's gonna run down and then decides to run back in, and another runs up. Which way are you going after them?
I'm gonna take the closest one if I see him right here.
Yeah. And what are you gonna do to him?
I'm gonna say, give me the keys.
Okay. Holding out your hand, you say this to him. He does not understand you. Gosh, what's he gonna do?
To open up your hand like a circle and put your finger through it, just like key, and go back and forth with your finger.
Harry's gonna mime, a key into the lock. Turn it.
He is going to. He is going to use Sacred Flame on you.
What? Alright.
So I need a Dexterity saving throw, please.
Dex save. Uh, 12.
Okay, you are not hurt by it, but he is beginning to try to keep you at bay, and he actually, so he has this like pincer staff, and he's like beginning to like poke it towards you, and he's trying to like begin to corral you back towards the jail cell.
Yeah, Harry casts sleep.
Oh, okay. Go ahead and roll it up.
I think it is 5d8. I don't know which one's the 8. That one. Alright, so 26.
He does not fall asleep.
What?
He continues his
Okay.
advance on you, all the while yelling. And as he's yelling, so he'll continue to advance on you. And as he's yelling, out from where he is, steps Nihilor out of a room to the right there. And he sees you out of the cell, and he begins to advance on you as well.
No, not this guy.
What would you like to do?
God damn it. Harry's gonna retreat and Misty step back into the cell.
Okay.
No, actually, no. I can't just do that. This guy, he probably. What does this do?
You can lead him back in. We can try using like magic to take him out.
And maybe if you lead him towards a cell, we can grapple him.
Yeah.
Hold on. Using a spell slot, or 2d8. Alright. Harry's gonna retreat
Okay.
around the corner and prepare the spell sleep.
Okay.
For that tentacle dude if he when he rounds the corner.
Okay. So if he rounds the corner, you want to cast Sleep on the Mind
Yeah.
Flayer?
At second level.
At second level.
Oh.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. They will both begin to round the corner. The first one cautiously, the Mind Flayer arrogantly. And as you see him, your spell goes off. Go ahead and roll it.
So it's 5d, 5, 6, 7. 36.
It does not put him to sleep.
Oh god.
He has 71 HP.
Yeah, perfect. These add
Um,
up if I keep doing.
no. um,
He got a
So
little
he-
sleepy, but he's all right now.
yeah, you can see him sort of like eyelids like droop a little, but he shrugs it off. He will come up to you, and he will attack you.
Oh god.
Go ahead and roll me that. Give me a moment here, and I'm just gonna pull something back up. Resume the encounter, and then I will run this. Yeah, so he will use his tentacles again against you. That is going to be a 23 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay. For 13 damage.
Yeah, that'll hurt.
And go ahead and do the intelligence saving throw, see if you are stunned.
13.
That is a failure.
Yeah, whatever.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so you are stunned. The Kuatoa drops you when you are stunned. The Kuatoa walks over, grabs your body, drags it back, opens the cell, puts you in, closes, and locks it. And then comes back and sits down. Talks to the Mind Flayer for a moment. The Mind Flayer goes back. You can see the Mind Flayer motioning. And Harry, you can understand what they are saying because they both speak Undercommon. The Mind Flayer effectively tells him, do not trust anything from any of them in the cells. It is fake. They use magic to trick you. Guard them with your life. Do not let them leave, or else the master shall be disappointed. And you can see that the Kuatoa like takes it all to heart, seems to understand. At this point, your spell wears off. Being stunned wears off. Nihalor leaves, and eventually the other Kuatoa come back.
Was there a period of time where the first Kuatoa was alone with the keys?
Very briefly, maybe like a minute at the most.
Could I have tried to use Mage Hand? That his duration is exactly a minute to try to get the key from him,
Yeah, totally.
all sneaky like.
Yeah.
What should I roll for that?
That would be a sleight of hand check, I'm gonna say.
13.
Okay, let me see what his perception is. I'm gonna say no. Just let me think. Okay, so the mage hand begins to try to pull the keychain off, and the Kuatoa snaps to attention as he's sitting in the chair. He got a 13 natural plus 6, so 19. And he grabs the keys on his belt, and you can see him holding them tight on the belt loop that they are on.
So I have like dissipated the Mage Hand before he like actually saw it.
Yeah, the mage hand can be invisible if you so wish, but he felt the like keys begin to be pulled away. That's all.
I whistle nonchalantly, like I'm doing nothing.
Gotcha. Hyestus or whatever his name is, Mr. Staggett, Hyestus Staggett. He's sitting there watching all of this intently, but not attempting to help, distract, make a move. He is intrigued as to what is happening. The other Kuatoa return at this point. and we will go back to Alistair temporarily.
Save us, Alistair.
So Alistair would be trying to find adventurers. Whether it's wherever they suggested the guards or just back home, any hangouts that are just at the bar.
I thought they
Uh,
said go to Vashra.
What's up?
I thought they said to go to Vashra.
Did they?
Because they said Vashra was, they told them not to go underground, right?
So they specifically said a few different things. The Silver Hand, there, who is the open lord of Waterdeep, told the city guard not to. That it's not their job to patrol underground. It's their job to patrol the streets of Waterdeep. They also said that if you know Vajra, who is the Blackstaff, that if you truly do know her, she may be able to help you. Was their advice.
Mhm. I suppose I pay her a visit then.
Do you want to do that first, or do you want to try to find adventurers first?
Vajra then adventures.
Okay. You visit the Blackstaff's tower. So you head over to the western side of town, just to the north of the central keep in Waterdeep. There are two guards. I believe you've been here with Harry at least once or twice.
Mm-hmm.
They recognize you. They say, "Do you have business with the Blackstaff, or is this in relation to some of the recent requests she's had?"
A
Because
little
they're
bit of
not
column A,
actually
a little bit of column B. Who knows? It's urgent. Let me see you.
like, okay, and they open the door for you. The first floor is as it ever is. The second floor is set up as a grand dining room. And so as you ascend the stairs, instead of a laboratory, instead of a library, she has, all these different versions of this room. It is quite the immaculate dining room. There are magical servants, effectively what would be unseen servant spell, that are moving food about. There are many different individuals. In fact, as you approach, you see an odd sight. The table is laid for about 15 people. 13 of them are masked. One of them is not, and then there is Vajra. And as you ascend the stairs and approach the table, Vajra holds up a hand, rises from the table, and says, "Excuse me, masked lords, Lyle Silverhand. This may be important business if the guards let this individual through." And they stop eating. Their masks just go down to their mouths. They cover their nose and eyes.
Mm.
And she stands and she walks over, staff in hand. And you can tell that she actually looks rather formal. Like her attire is rather formal. She seems to be wearing full regalia of some sort. And she goes, "May I ask why you have interrupted a dinner of the masked lords of Waterdeep?"
We're
Sorry.
friends.
I'm sorry, but wouldn't have been here unless it was important.
"Say what you will."
The lads in Herald are in trouble.
"Where are they?"
I was looking for a hand. He just points down. It's like they're below in one of the gang's hideouts.
She gives you a long, discerning look. Roll a persuasion check.
Okay. 14.
Okay. About a full minute passes as she kind of looks at you, and I assume it sounds like you're a little, not shamefaced, but sheepish. Is that right?
Yeah. It's a
Moment
big
passes,
crowd. I didn't mean to interrupt like that.
and the crowd actually, many of them have put down their silverware and have turned to look and watch this. And she goes, "There may come a time when I ask something very hard of you and your friends at Prestige Worldwide. When that time comes, will you do it?"
Alistair has been sort of like looking down at the ground, like almost like bowing this whole time. Then he looks at her. He looks up like at her at the eyes and like squints. And he's like, "Of course."
Well, then let me just say goodbye to my guests, and we will be off. And she turns away from you, heads over to an individual who, and I'll actually send you a picture of this. I'll send a picture of this individual in the chat. She steps forward to speak to this person, who is none other than the Silver Hand herself. Whispers a few things in her ear. The Silverhand, Daryl Silverhand nods, and Vajra steps back over to you. Well, tell me where again they are, specifically.
This way. He goes to lead her.
No, no, no.
Oh.
We're going to teleport directly to them.
Oh. Okay. And he looks around. He's like, you sure? and then if she nods, he just tells her.
Yeah. So she nods. It's not going to be easy. You're going to have to roll for it.
Okay.
You tell her, and I am going to need you to roll. Let's see. So it would be based off of a description. Go ahead and roll a 1d100.
We shall do that. Okay.
Okay. It's going to have a magical mishap. Please roll 3d10.
Everyone
Okay.
instantly dies.
Wow.
Oh shit. You take 29 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh, I'm down. I'm very much down.
Okay.
Oh my god.
And let's see. And you do not make it to your destination. So you fail to make it, you return to where you are, and you fall unconscious to the ground. Alistair.
That's even more embarrassing.
Vajra and you, she catches you, but she is also very injured. Obviously, you can't see this. There's a gasp from the table as suddenly you are all bloody. The both of you are heavily bloodied and beaten, bruised from your magical mishap. But you return, thankfully, to the tower itself. You do not go so off course that you randomly wind up somewhere totally bad.
Yeah.
But you are now down. So it will take you. Actually, she will attend to you so that you do not die, but it will take you at least 8 hours longer before you can attempt this again.
Okay.
Those of you in prison, what are you doing?
Harry's taking a nap.
Praying to my patron, see if he knows a way to get out of here.
Um,
Closest thing to a god I know.
Go ahead and attempt to give me like a d20 plus your wisdom.
I always forget this is like an actual guy that I can talk to. So let's see, D20.
Hey, have me like contact with your patron.
So with the wisdom, it's a 21.
Okay. It takes you a while, and because in these cells there's basically nothing except for like a quote unquote bed that is the wooden slab of something, and a bucket of various liquids. It takes you quite a while to get past the smell from the bucket before you can get close enough to peer into it. Because as a creature with a water demon as their patron, you do require some sort of liquid to commune with them. And so eventually you are able to reach out into the void and you can feel a connection building. What is it you would like to say?
I guess I'm gonna say we're being held in a dungeon by a beholder and a mind flayer. And if I die here, I won't be able to give you any more adventures, and you won't be able to see any cool sights through me. Any assistance would be much appreciated.
The voice that returns says, "Oh my, that is quite bad. Are you underwater?"
We're in a sewer, so we're close to a lot of water and other liquids, but I'm not currently underwater right now.
Would it help if I flooded the area from the sewer?
yeah, that helped.
It would help me. I can breathe underwater.
Would you like
Oh,
me to?
No, that would drown the rest of my party, unfortunately.
Oh, tragic. No.
I can give you the best stories when I'm with the party. So we want to keep them alive.
Well, as you wish. And again, the voice kind of says, "Well, anything else I can do to help?"
Um, Would you be able to contact our dragon friend?
Dragon
He,
friend. You mean
the
the
dragon
partner?
friend?
We have a
What's his?
dragon friend now.
Yeah, the dragon
Oh
I
yeah.
made friends with, Zelifon.
He pauses for a moment and he
Water
goes,
dragon.
He's more like a dragon acquaintance, if we're being honest.
"I could. Is there something you would wish I would say?"
Let him know that there's a beholder with a mind flayer set up adjacent to the sewers who's up to nefarious activities, and to keep his eye out. They're after treasure, so they may come after his treasure.
"I bet he'll be quite appreciative. Then I shall tell him that." And as he says this, the image begins to ever so slowly fade away.
I should just had him flood the sewers. Let you guys swim for it.
Is anybody else doing anything?
First taking a short rest.
Victor would ask. Victor would tell the guards he needs to wrestle somebody.
Yeah, it's one of his things. He needs
Yeah,
to.
'cause I
Wrestling
need.
time?
Yeah, I need my morning wrestle session in. Is there any chance I could, me and my friend here could get out of these cages and have a little wrestle? It's pretty entertaining. I think you'd enjoy watching us wrestle.
So you're speaking in common, right?
Oh, they don't understand that?
No.
Oh, okay. Well,
Are the
this is
bars?
awkward.
Are the bars between
Victor has a good
me and
lean as he
Victor?
pleads his case with the guards who can't understand him.
Are those bars between Victor and I, or is that a wall?
That's a that actually might be bars between you guys. Yeah, it's bars.
It's bars. So can Victor and I start grabbing each other?
Like through the bars, totally.
Oh,
Yeah.
huddle up here, Volkman.
All
All
right.
right.
Yeah. Huddle up. All right.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
let's start.
Huddle
Should we
up.
start screaming and yelling at each other? Brr, brother, brr, brr, brr.
Yeah. Let's make a big commotion and get them to come in here, and then we beat them up.
So go ahead and make a performance check. I'm gonna say both of you.
Oh, I get a +1 on that.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Okay. So Victor is so good at this that you accidentally like slam Volknar's head into the bars too hard. And as this is happening, the Kuatoa stand up and they walk over and they're watching us. And suddenly you see, out of the corner of your eye, those of you who are watching this intently, you can see them moving gold between their hands, taking bets on who's going to win.
Okay. As soon as I see that out of the corner of my eye that they're betting on us, I'm gonna run up to the front of the cage. I'm gonna scream, "Let me out!" and shake the bar and point at Victor. And then like put my fists up like I want to fight him and wrestle him. And-
As you do this, they take a step back. And they begin yelling at you and hitting the bars with their weapons to get your hands away from the bars of the cage.
All right, I'll go back and I'll start reaching my hands through the bars at Victor.
And they begin yelling at you and cheering you on again.
Harry's gonna throw a gold piece, like in the middle of the room at them.
Do
Point at Victor.
if we were to do more performing, would we have to do another check, or would this check still be the one?
Depends on how much you're changing your tact, I would say.
I'm thinking I was thinking Victor would take a dive and like act like he got like he's been very badly hurt and he needs to be like checked on. Like to the point where it's like he might be having a heart attack or he might be dead.
Gotcha.
Victor might have just died.
Or you
Gotcha.
give me a nod to throw you a light bow to the head.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And
I would give you the
no,
signal.
we're gonna fake this.
We've
Boom.
wrestled enough times. You know when Victor's he's not
Dude,
himself. You know?
We've been wrestling for like 8-10 days.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
3+ months of wrestling. So you got you don't even need to make a performance check for the fact that you know how to wrestle with each other, but you're making the performance check to sell it to the Kotoa. So go ahead and make a deception check.
Okay. Where is deception? That is under here.
If you can keep him distracted enough, I might be able to mage hand the key successfully this time.
That's a 20.
Now we're working together here, folks.
Okay. So you got a 20 on that. That's going to be good enough here, I'm probably sure. Yeah, that's fine. So you look impacted by this. You look severely hurt. What is happening with you?
Victor's starting to convulse and go into some kind of seizure. He needs immediate medical attention.
Right.
Harry yells, "Get him somehow!"
So, and are the rest of you reacting to this as well or not?
Yeah, Harry is playing along.
Okay.
Volkner's
also, I'm
walking
gonna send
around his cell, hands up in the air, screaming, "Yeah! Yeah! Yeah!"
So I want to message Harry that if we get him distracted and he misty steps out to guard the door, and I'll send my tentacle out to guard the door with him, so they don't get away.
Gotcha. And so one of them will walk over with the keys. The other two will go in, pick up Volknar, and begin to carry him out.
Volknar or Victor?
Or Victor, excuse me.
Victor, yeah.
And then he locks the door again. Actually, no, he just leaves the door open. It doesn't matter. And they will carry you out of here.
Oh.
So the only guy left is the one with the keys?
We'll carry you down. How far are we going to go here? Let me think.
I could just hit him with a spell and then we could take the keys.
Well, they have a lot of HP, so we'd have to like double up on them. Hit him a bunch of times.
I could hit him with hold person.
Ooh.
Can you do that while Zeusanu mage hands? Do you need to physically touch them, or is that a range?
Or let me see how hold person works.
Yeah, if it's ranged, you could hold them still while the mage
It's
hands
ranged.
takes the keys.
I think it's got like 30 feet, probably, at least.
60 feet.
Oh yeah.
Well, that might be the play. I'm also gonna message that other guy, Staggett. Tell him to get ready. We're making a play.
Okay.
I think the only issue is that don't they have high wisdom?
Who?
These guys.
I don't know. They seem pretty dumb.
They had good perception though when you tried to get at them, right?
So, Victor, you are brought into the following room. It is. Let me just double check something. Cool.
The operating room.
The room reeks of death and carnage.
Oh,
3 wooden
God.
tables are arranged corner to corner, forming a triangle in the middle of the room. The floor around them is stained with blood. Atop 2 of the tables, held down by leather straps, are 2 humanoids. And I'll just put things down for them on this. So on the
Which
other
table?
tables next to you,
Is Victor strapped down?
you are not yet strapped down.
All right. Did they
they-
leave me alone?
One of them stays,
Oh, okay.
and one of them leaves the room again. On one of the tables, there are 2 human men, one of which they appear dressed in like rags, basically. They look very worse for wear, to the point where you maybe think even they could have been sleeping rough on the streets. Unclear. One of them is dead. His head sliced open, brains askew onto the ground. The other, and they're both strapped down. The other one is gibbering madly and trying to move his hands up to the ceiling, and it looks as if he's staring at a point in the ceiling. Are you still acting as if you are injured?
Probably not at this point. Is that guy like facing out, or does he have his back? Does this guy have his back to me, the guard, or is he like?
He has his back to you.
Okay.
He's looking out the door towards the wherever the other guard went, you believe.
Yeah.
And in this room, there's actually another door on the southeastern corner.
I think this is where Victor pops up and rushes the guy.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Get him, Victor.
how do we do that?
I'm gonna say, go ahead and make a. Do you want to do like grapple him? Do you want to like hit him? What are you trying to do?
Did you look around to see if there was anything you could use as like a makeshift weapon?
Sneak attack and then trip him.
Yeah. I think I'm just gonna run up to him and punch him in the head and then try to trip him. If I'm successful with that, do an unarmed strike maybe.
Okay, go for it.
So.
Who's the action star with like the ponytail?
All right. Okay,
You know what
so
we're talking
he's
about?
gonna take 5. Oh, you're talking about Steven Seagal?
Seagal.
No. I'm Chuck Norris. Okay, I'm not Steven Seagal. And then we'll try to trip him.
So that's definitely a hit. That's definitely a great unarmed strike.
Where is it? Yes.
And I'm gonna say that I get disadvantage on this.
Get him, Victor! Rescue us!
So then, I took the 5 and then another 5 from the trip.
Okay.
So did he go down?
I'm just rolling him up right now.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay.
Man, some of these guys are like they have so much HP for what they are. Zoom the encounter. This guy got a. Can you see that? Oh no, you can't see that. It's a 19.
Oh, okay.
So he did not go down.
Well, there's only one thing left to do, and that's.
Oh, I'm sorry. I meant to do that at disadvantage.
Oh.
He still got a 17.
Okay. Well, I'll action surge and try it again.
Okay.
Got 10.
That is that is actually a hit. You get advantage on this because he was unprepared.
Okay, so I guess the 10 hit, so we'll go with the 10. And we'll do another 5, and we'll try to trip him again.
So the 10 is
yeah.
actually a miss.
Oh,
in this
oh,
instance.
okay. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
that's
the first hit hits him, and he's able to like stagger against the side of the wall, so that the second blow is going to miss him. He will turn towards you, and he will use his pincer staff, though. Unless you want to like run away from him.
No.
Well, see if you can like steal his pincer staff from him.
Well, it's
You're
his
tougher than
move,
him.
so can't do anything right now.
Can you see that? Did that come through?
A 9.
Yeah.
I don't have my armor on, right?
Correct.
I don't think that hits, even if I don't have it.
Okay.
Chainmail.
So you're able to dodge
Yeah.
that. He does get another attack with it.
Shoot. Okay, that'll
So I
hit.
assume. Okay. You will take 6 points of piercing.
Okay.
Oh, they took your armor too.
Yeah. What would you like to do?
I feel like so he gets two attacks every time he goes.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. What are my options here? I think my only options is just keep trying to punch him. I don't know. He's got a lot of health, though, right?
Does.
Yo, does he have the keys or nah?
Half the keys is still in with us, I think.
Yeah, I think I'll try to this second attack. I think I'll try to like grapple him and just tackle him.
Okay. You want to grapple him? Go for it.
Yeah. All right. We got 25 for
Wrestle.
grapple. Yeah.
Ooh. Oh, move. Yeah. You get 6. So you successfully grapple him. That was your action. You can move with him if you so wish.
Now, I have a question. I've thought of this in the past, but I never actually did it. Is it possible to like choke people out like an MMA, like rear naked choke, or just like, you know?
Let me see.
I don't want to like power game it, but I want to choke them out.
Can you choke people D&D? Let's see.
Yeah, I mean they should have thought of this in the rules, like
The choke move.
the choke. Yeah, get them in like a triangle or something.
So I will say you can do it. It is going to be difficult to do,
Okay.
especially because you're not exactly familiar with this fishman's anatomy, and that he's going to get chances to break out each time, right?
Yep.
So what I will say is, if you're looking to just like hold him and choke him out, we'll just like do grapple checks, and you might have to do it for like up to, I don't know, like 5 rounds, 6 rounds to do it correctly. So yeah, if you would like to do that, we can try.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds like fun. I want to choke them out.
Okay. While this is happening, I will say, Harry, you hear Vajra's voice in your head, and you hear the following message. Alistair came to tell me of your predicament. We are recovering from a failed attempt to reach you, but we will be there as shortly as we can. Hold on, please don't die, and with your response, describe where you are in as much detail as possible.
On the sewers, down a pipe, down a spiral staircase, in a dungeon. Already died twice. Hanging on for dear life.
Same
Okay.
with ours.
Tell her you love her.
Love you. Save me.
Kisses.
Smooches. Yeah.
And you actually hear her respond again and say, I hope that's good enough for this next attempt. Hold on, we'll be there soon. Alistair, you wake up after several hours. You are healed. You are okay.
I feel better.
You are actually in what appears to be an infirmary, but then you realize it's actually just the Blackstaff's tower. Once again, the second floor has been remade into what would appear to be sort of just like a cleanly put together hospital room. And at seeing you wake up, she says, "Excellent. Do you feel as if you can give this another attempt?"
Kind of like looks her up and down. It's like shrugs. Yeah, why not? What's the worst that could happen? And grins.
Okay. Do you want to roll that D100 again?
Sure. God. Just gonna roll to 0.
Ooh, pretty good. So I was going to give you a +5 this time to this one. That's actually good enough to be on target. So what I will do is I will put you and Vajra in the actual room. I might not have a thing for Vajra.
Alistair shows up with the cavalry.
Quite literally in this instance. Yeah, I don't have a token for Vajra, sorry. I'm just gonna toss down like a wizardy thing for a moment. Cool. Harry, and so after a few moments of after hearing Vajra's voice in your head, Alistair and Vajra show up in the room.
Alistair? Vajra? I made it.
Alistair
So-
bows.
I don't want to
Um,
die again.
I need everyone to roll initiative, if they would.
Oh, big 2.
13.
Let's go! Net 20. 22.
Yeah. Okay, so Volknar with the 24, that's a big one. Alistair, what did you get?
I got a 19.
19. Also, can you put your HP back to, is it return to max?
No. I was on the ground at one point, so
Gotcha. 22, and then, so sadly enough, the Kuto are gonna go dead last. Cool. So, Volknar, Victor, Alistair, Aerith in that order. And then Vajra is here as well. What would you guys like to do, if anything, those three of you? So Volknar, Victor, and Aerith.
Is my cell door open?
Your cell door is not open.
Um. Uh. What can I do?
If there's anything you could do and wanted to.
Let me try to rip open the bars again.
Okay.
What is that? A strength check?
Yes.
Maybe they're weakened from the last time.
Yeah. Strength check at advantage?
Not at advantage. So again, you see them, you're like, oh yeah, you attempt to like rip open the bars and you fail to do so. Victor, I would need a grapple check from you.
15.
14. So you are choking out this Kuatoa. You're succeeding so far. We'll call it 1 of 5 rounds, and it's going to be a bit of time. But you are grappling. Your feet are getting wet from the blood that had spilled off the table behind you. It is not a pretty sight in this room. This is a gruesome, gruesome battle for your life that you are in the midst of. That brings us to Vajra, and Vajra will take a look around, specifically at the Kuatoa in with the
I don't see a
with the
Vajra
keys.
token.
Just a
Oh,
witch
she's-
hat.
Yeah, she's just got the witch hat right now. And she will place it within a force cage. So she'll cast the spell Force Cage, which places it within an invisible cube-shaped prison. So it is stuck in the prison that it is in. So it cannot move, it cannot do anything. And she says, as she does this, "Take note, Harry. It's quite the spell." That will be her turn, except to walk up to the creature, reach her hand through the force cage, and take the keys, which she then tosses to Alistair.
Alistair.
It is actually your turn as well, Alistair.
Alistair begins unlocking the doors one by one.
I will say with one action and your bonus action, you can do 2 doors per round.
Okay.
So whichever doors you would like to do first.
Volkmar's got to be your boy.
He'll do these 2 first.
Too
Okay.
bad I rolled a 22 initiative.
So Volknar and Zusanu, you have been let out of your cage. Aerith, is there anything you can do from your point of view?
Not in the current moment, no.
Don't have a crossbow? Oh yeah, because your muffins were taken.
Yeah, I
Hit him with a
definitely don't
spell?
have a crossbow. Who am I? Who am I trying to kill right now?
He's trapped in a force field. He's not really a threat.
I mean, I could nuke him with a spell, but yeah, he's trapped.
If not, then we'll just go to the next person. Mind Player Zusanu, what would you like to do?
I am probably gonna hit them with a spell. Let's see. Oh, wait, no. So is the bad guy trapped? Was that the
Ye-
thing?
Yeah, so he's in a force cage, and if you attempt to do anything, and Vajra will say this, you can't hit him with a spell. You can't hit him with like a weapon right now. He's stuck in that.
Okay. I guess I'll just leave my cage and thank Alistair and Vajra for coming to rescue us.
Okay.
Or actually, when I leave, can I take the keys from Alistair and go like unlock Harry's cage?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, so I'll do that. I'll unlock whoever I can.
Gotcha. And you can definitely let the 2 of them out. Are you gonna let out Hyestus Staggett as well? He's like standing there like, "Please come let me out."
I think we should. Well, actually, I'm gonna do Harry and Aerith first, but I think we should let him out.
Harry, it is your turn then, because that was your action and bonus action, Zusanu. If you would like to do something, you may.
Would go over and give Vajra a hug for saving me.
Okay.
And then give Alistair a hug too.
You do so. Vajra actually seems to blush and says, "Oh, we have much to talk about, young man." And watches as you hug Alistair.
Alistair looks at her while he does
Defo
this.
jealous.
By the way, all of your gear is in the empty cell. right here.
Oh, nice. Let's gear up, boys.
It's locked in that empty cell.
Alistair says, "Well, isn't that convenient?"
I need a
So
weapon.
Kuatoa, the Kuatoa that you are strangling, is it going to attempt to get out? So I need another grapple check.
Ooh, we got a 22. Yeah.
Hmm.
You got
Okay, so he's able to get out from under you, and he begins like coughing, and he's able to breathe. And he will begin yelling, and he will begin running away from you. And so he'll stand up, which is going to be half of his movement, and then he will get to like here. So what would you like to do as he runs away?
It's Victor's turn.
Well, you could take like an attack of opportunity. If you
Oh
want.
yeah. We'll go to tackle him again. Get back here. We'll So another
Or
18.
you can't attempt to tackle him, but you can attempt to just like punch him as he runs
Oh,
away.
okay. Yeah, we'll punch him. We'll punch you, a little punching. 13 to hit.
Okay, that's a hit.
Nice. And we'll punch him.
Gonna be
And
more
then
damage.
I mean, while we're at it, let's go for a trip.
Yeah, go for it.
Nice.
Oh man, he's like rolling super high on these.
How did he?
So you do the extra
Yeah.
1 point of damage.
Yeah.
He's just rolling like 15s and above on a bunch of these things. But he is like getting away at this point in time. He is running away from the scene of the assault, let's say, and beginning to make his way towards stuff and yelling. As this happens, the other Kuatoa pokes his head out and sees this one running and yelling at it. And that brings us back to the top of the turn order. So Volknar, what would you like to do?
So opening so if I tell Zeusinu to throw me the keys, and I open up the weapons, does grabbing my weapons count as an action or no?
Yeah, so that would be like your full action, I would say. Like sifting through like the pile of gear would and getting yours would be an action.
All right. What if I open the door, and I open Hyestus door?
That would be like one action and everything to open both doors.
That would be one action to open both doors.
Yep.
Do I have to open both doors at once, or can I open the door, grab my weapon, and then open Hyestus's door?
You can either open both doors or open the door to your weapons and grab your weapons. You can't do both in this one turn, that's all.
I'll open my door and grab my weapons.
Okay. And you Jusinu, you toss him the keys. Volknar, you do that. You grab your weapons and your gear.
Sweet.
Victor, what are you doing? Now it's your turn.
Yeah. Let's see. So he's got his boys there. You know what? We're gonna go tackle him again.
Gotcha.
Only got 11 that time.
Maybe I'll roll low. There we go.
Okay.
So you tackle him,
Yeah.
and you have him pinned again. Are you attempting to
Can,
here, boy.
throttle him?
can I like bite him? Or is that's
Yeah.
probably an attack?
No, that's fine. You can well, let's like say that you're going to use one of your martial moves for this.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
because it's unarmed, I'm going to say roll a d4 for the damage instead.
Yeah. Yeah. Victor's just going. He's just going nuts. So.
Okay. You bite him, and you get a mouthful of raw fish.
Nice.
It is not pleasant, and yet, nonetheless, it is some decent poke. Is that your full turn? I think.
I
Probably.
think so. Yeah. Just biting this dude.
Vajra, whose turn it is now, will say, "All of you, get your gear, get over to the side of the room. I need to cast a teleportation circle for us to get out of here. I can't take this many with just a teleport. I will need a moment as I set it up. And she runs to this corner of the room. And Hyastus is going to stand here close by. After if he ends up,
He's
he's
not
like,
free.
please let me out. Please let me out. I want to get out of here as well. She begins drawing on the ground with chalk to set up the teleportation circle, and she's saying, just give me nearly 20 seconds, and then I'll have it set up.
No one let that other guy out yet?
Yeah, because Volknar got his stuff. It is now Alistair's turn.
Alistair just kind of puts his hands in his pocket and starts whistling and walking backwards towards this way.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. Waiting for her to finish drawing the teleportation circle.
Okay. Earth, what would you like to do?
Well, we heard the scream of the fish man, right?
Yes. And you know that Victor's not in the room.
I guess I'm gonna go look for Victor.
All right. So it would be your full movement and a bit of your action to get out of the room. And the moment you step out of the room, you can see Victor biting into this fishman that he has grappled onto the ground, and another one looking in horror at his friend being bitten into. You still have your bonus action if you want to or can use it. You did rest, so therefore you have your spell slots back if that helps.
Yeah. I think I just say something. I say, Victor, we're getting the fuck out of here.
Good enough. Okay. And as this happens, Nihilor steps out of his office. 1, 2, 3,
Oh,
5, 6. And looks around at the scene before him and begins yelling in Undercommon to the two Kuatoas. What is he gonna do? He could. Let's see. He's gonna use his Mind Blast. I need a intelligence saving throw from Aerith.
intelligence saving throw.
Yep.
Okay.
You got this, Birdman.
12.
Okay, so you've not made this saving throw, so you are going to take 21 points of damage.
Damn.
Oh.
You are also stunned for 1 minute. Now let's see if it recharges. It does not recharge. So you are stunned for 1 minute at this point. Zeusanu, what would you like to do?
I would have seen what happened to Aerith.
Yes. And you would see the psychic energy wash over him and then effectively stop him in his tracks.
So I guess I'd go over to the guy still locked up, and I'd tell him, if we let you out, you gotta help us all get out of here. Deal?
Yeah, yes, whatever. Absolutely.
My bones are hollow, so I'm very weak. You gotta go rescue my cousin and drag him back in here. I'd unlock the door for him.
And Volknar tosses you the keys and you unlock the door for him. He will actually take his turn on your turn, and he will use his full movement to run as quickly as possible, to grab Aerith and to begin to drag the two of you back this way. He's going to have to move at half movement to do that. Harold, what would you like to do?
Well, Victor's still so far away.
I guess nothing. Just watch.
Okay.
Not gonna back up Victor at all.
Victor, he's a league away. Hurry up, Victor! Harry would yell.
Gotcha. Okay. Kuatoa will attempt to get out of being strangled to death. Let's see. Natural 1, he fails to do so. That is his full turn. This Kuatoa, what is he doing? He will. So he will run up to the two of you, Aerith and Hyestus, attempting to go back in. He used his full movement and action for that, so he has no ability to attack you. But that is his turn. The other one already did this. He's stuck in the thing. Cool. Volknar, what would you like to do?
How soon is that teleportation thing going into effect?
She's got 2 more turns before she can cast it.
Oh, then I'm gonna hit this motherfucking thing in front of me. Although, why hasn't he moved yet?
You can't get through the force cage around him.
Oh.
So he's stuck in like a force cage.
Hmm. Okay. So I'll move 30 feet this way. And I guess I'll. How much of a distance can I yell?
Oh, you can shout loudly enough so that Victor would be able to hear, for example.
From where I am?
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, Victor, we're teleporting out of here. You need to get your ass out of here. Actually, I'm gonna dash, and I'm gonna move just in case he needs me.
Okay. You will have trouble getting beyond the fishman Kuatoa in the doorway.
Oh, okay. I didn't actually see that. So I'll just. Okay. So it's here. I'll throw a javelin at him.
Gotcha.
23 to hit.
That is a hit.
5.
Okay. This guy takes 5 points damage. Cool. Is that your full turn?
That's all I can do. Well, can I do a frenzy attack? No, it's a melee weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, that's my full turn.
Okay. Victor, you do hear Volknar yelling for you. What would you like to do?
Victor hears Volknar, looks up, sees Arath in trouble, spits out a mouthful of fish meat, and uses his movement and his dash and can get about there.
Okay. Gotcha. They will take one. He'll like take a poorly timed, just like a try to bite at you back as you're running away from him, and this is at disadvantage. So I guess a 17's gonna hit, but it will only do 5 points of damage.
Okay. Hopefully he doesn't have fish rabies.
No fish rabies. That is your turn, which brings us to Vajra. She's still making the circle. Alistair, what would you like to do?
If I saw this thing attacking Bird Boy, I'd probably go up and try to attack it as well.
Okay.
So coming in with the rapier.
That's a hit.
Okay. And then if it's already engaged, I would probably get the sneaks.
Yes, that is correct.
Did everybody get their weapons?
Alistair already
Alistair-
had his weapons.
Yeah.
Okay, you're right.
I was never captured.
Okay, and so you do 19 points of damage to this Kuotoa. Your rapier is able to easily pierce its fish flesh.
Barrel
Again,
roll behind. Roll.
gotcha. And so that'll be your full turn. Aerith, I believe, let me just double check one thing. I think you get to make a... You can repeat the saving throw at the end of your turn. So you're being dragged away by Hyestus. You don't really get to do anything, but now at the end of your turn, you can make the saving throw to see if you're unstunned.
14.
You are still stunned.
Yippee!
Sorry. We will go to the Mind Flayer. It will run up to you, Victor, and it will attack with its tentacles. So it's going to see if it can hit you. 22.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, and I need a saving throw. I need an intelligence saving throw for you.
Okay.
Oh no.
You are stunned. So I'll leave this on here. Put this here. Okay. So you are stunned. You will be able to make that at the end of your next turn. Same as Aerith. That is the Mind Flayer's full turn. Zeusnu, what would you like to do?
Let's see. How much? I guess I'd go next to Alistair. Can I see the Mind Flayer from where I am?
Yeah, let me double check. I'm gonna say yes. You can just make him out.
Would I have like disadvantage if I attacked him?
He's definitely got a significant bit of cover, so depends
I'm
on
gonna
what
go
you're
for
doing.
I was gonna try to hit him with an Eldritch Blast, but that
Yeah,
would probably.
it's gonna be difficult.
All right, so I'm gonna hit the Kuotoa instead, but I don't think I want to be grouped up with everyone in that case. I guess I'll stay back by Harry, and I'll hit Kuotoa with an Eldritch Blast
Okay,
with a 16 to hit.
that is a hit, even with any cover.
9 damage.
Gotcha.
And then
Takes 9 damage to the face.
I'm gonna summon my little tentacle boy. Like right here. And have him also attack the Kuotoa
Gotcha.
with a 23 to hit.
Hit.
Ugh, 5 damage.
Okay. Go ahead. Unless you have any more movement. Otherwise, go ahead, Harold. Still there, Harry?
Oh, did he fall asleep?
Mute.
I lost him. It is 10. I was gonna end the session after this round, anyways.
Yeah, did he just leave? Oh, did he come back?
Maybe he's muted and we can't hear him, and he thinks we could.
Yeah, Harry, you on mute? You sleeping?
Yeah, he's like bouncing his statuses around on Discord. We can
Technical
always,
difficulties.
yeah, we can always pick it back up here next time with Harry in media res, so that you guys jump directly back into the fight if you want.